Hello, hi. So my name is Anas. I come from Syria. I live now in Germany. And in the next slide, you're going to see our company, Pontem Pro. Pontem means a bridge in Latin. And we're building intercultural educational bridges. We use bilingual online courses to solve the educational gaps now in Germany. The concept that we developed is made by migrants, and it is for migrants, and in our case, refugees. We've already impacted 230 lives directly and changed 230 lives and impacted thousands. And in the next slide, you will also see the main key points we're going to talk about, which is mainly the e-learning, the healthcare sector, mostly the human capital, especially that Germany is facing a big problem in it and in the skill shortages. A lot of migrants or refugees are coming to Europe and Germany, and there's still a lot to do in the social inclusion. And also, mostly our mission is a social entrepreneurial mission. And in the next slide, it's how we started. I'm 29 years old. I came from Syria, Damascus to Germany, Ireland, the smallest state in Germany. Back home, I studied medicine, didn't complete it. And then in Germany, I took the paramedic course, worked 2 years with the Red Cross. And now I'm a student. I study international business and administration. It's in my last semester, the sixth one, and I teach in the paramedic school in our state that belongs to the Red Cross since 5 years as a side hustle, and I am also a content creator. I make paramedic videos on YouTube. In the next slide, you're gonna see the problem that through my side hustle in teaching Arabic people the paramedic course, we've seen that there is an integration gap. Like the German integration system is strong, but still there is still a lot to do. At the same time, we see there is 45% of unemployment rate among the migrants in Germany. And the numbers says that till 2030, there are going to be 300 unfilled jobs in the healthcare sectors, nurses, paramedics, and doctors. And what we have done in the next slide is the solution, where for many people, we did this bilingual e-learning courses where we teach them in both languages, Arabic and German. We clarify all the language difficulties. German words are very big, so we take them apart and we make it easier for the students to memorize and learn. So we give our solution as an online tutoring and also as an online courses using the last methods in the education technology. So, and in the next slide, it's our target group, the people we're going to reach, or migrants, immigrants in Germany, and also the educational institutions that we're making online courses for them to use these online courses for the immigrants that they are signing in their schools. So mostly it's all immigrants, but it depends from where the revenue stream is coming. And in the next slide, we can see there's almost 4,000 educational institutions in Germany. This is going to be our go-to market, and there's almost 10 million migrants also in Germany, which is kind of a big market, and it's only increasing and growing. And in the next slide, you can see our business model and the products that we we give for our clients, the B2C product, which is online tutoring, coaching. Our most important thing is the preparatory courses before they go into their real school. And in the next product, it's B2B, which we create a full e-learning courses for our customers, which are the educational institutions, and they can use it in their own private platform as a way to support these migrants for signing up in their schools. And in the next slide, we can see part of our solution, and which is we make a summarized PDF about a subject with some translations. And there's always a clarification video where the student can watch the video, and they can access the video through the QR code at the end of the page, so they can scan and they can see the clarification in both languages. And this method has proved that it works for more than 230 students that I directly trained, and plus a lot of people on our social media channels. So, and in the next slide, you can see our features are, we have an individualized solution, which is each student has his own difficulties and it needs a specific care. Also, when designing an online course, we have to take care of who's actually the target group. If it's young people, older people, women, like we put it exactly for them. And we have an intercultural understanding because we come from the same target group that we're targeting. And we have an innovative way to bring the information, and a lot of our information are free on YouTube and all people can access it. We have a way of summarizing the content in an easy way, and also clarify it in a simple way that anybody can understand it. And this is important because not everyone comes from a medical or scientific background from their schools, especially talking about refugees and migrants. Many of them, they had to leave their education and just come to another country. And here is our point of clarifying someone the circulation without they even know anything about health stuff. And it works. And we have a social entrepreneur mission. We focus more on the social impact and the change, because this is what we always see from the students that we teach, that they graduate, they go to work, and their lives change, and this gives us the biggest motivation. Also, we see them that they are then integrated well in the society through the jobs that they say that it is their dream jobs. And in the next slide, there's some competitors in the market, but they don't give the same services that we do, and they don't target the same target group as we do. In the next slide, we can see our milestones. First, we started with a Facebook community, as it was a side hustle, gathering all the people who was interested in ambulance in Germany in the Arabic language. So this group grew to 2,700 people. We use YouTube to give also information and clarification videos. And at the same time, through this community, the floods in Germany last year happened, and we used this community to engage migrants to volunteer in the flood catastrophe in Germany. And a lot of people participated with us. Now we have the group, the Syrian volunteers in Germany, and we're now starting also an organization called Simongo, which is the Syrian Impact Organization. And we're also helping in Ukraine, and in a minute, I'm gonna get more to it. We have also a Google Classroom channel where we give the PDFs and videos as a free way for the people who want to learn for free. So on the next slide, you can see that our model is a hybrid social entrepreneurship model. That means we have two entities, one for-profit entity, which is Pontem Pro, and the other one is the non-profit entity that engages the migrants in volunteering and also other activities. So these here are the logos of the media that they talked about the actions that migrants were helping in the floods in Germany 2021 in July. We engaged more than 250 and a lot of volunteering hours. And in the next slide, we can see also our engagement in helping Ukrainians where refugees help refugees. We bring them donations and then we shuttle them back from Poland to Germany. And then in the next slide, you can see at the core of our team, we have still a lot of friends. Our network is very big, but the main two persons working mostly on this issues is me and Faris, which is the expert in the graphic design and video making. And in the next slide, you can see our contact. Oh no, still no contact. I forgot this. Wait, this is the one before it. Yeah, I'm gonna be quick. So we recently won an award at the university for €1,000. We're gonna use this to get us an expensive certificate. So we get funded for the refugees from the government. The government, they always fund such educational initiatives, but we need this certificate and now we're gonna apply on it. And we have a lot of also programs or planning international e-learning programs to spread e-learning for the unprivileged people, for example, in northwest Syria. And thank you very much for your attention. This is our contact detail. And